Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Come on in, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen and share the live, tap the screen and share the live. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday night. Y'all know it's Wealth Wednesday. So here I am. Okay, we're going to chit chat. I have several things I want to cover. So we're going to do some educational content today and tomorrow. And then this weekend, I was supposed to be speaking at the New Year, New You conference. But I'm sure y'all know, like, there's a huge storm that is coming. Um, hey, Jeannie. Hey, is that Valerie? Valerie, well, hey girl, hey. Y'all know there's a huge storm like coming to the south that starts Friday. Hey, Glorious Locks. And so, anyway, it's sweeping like from Texas all the way to the Carolinas. Y'all know Ted Cruz got on his plane, honey, and got up out the country. So, chances are it's going to get bad. And all the meteorologists are saying this is going to be bad, like the blizzard of 1993. I couldn't remember if it was 93 or 94. I had to go look it up, like the one I was telling y'all about when I was a kid and we didn't have power for like 2 weeks here inside of Central Arkansas. So, and nobody's cell phones would work for like 5 or 6 days. So, shout out to everybody that had landlines because they had the ability to like talk to one another. You said you sick of the ish, baby. What you talking about? Okay. Me too. So, anywho, they have rescheduled the conference. So, y'all know I was coming to Atlanta this weekend, but clearly, honey, God said, sit on down. So I'm gonna sit down and pray, that I keep my power and that there are no I don't have to worry about trees falling on the power lines here because the neighborhood that I live in, the community, a lot of our power lines are they're like underground. So that's the good thing. But the bad thing is if somebody, hey Tawana, if somebody like slides and hits like the breaker or something, we're screwed. But I wouldn't have to worry about freezing or anything like that because okay, y'all, this is gonna be so wild, but it's totally the truth. And by the way, y'all share because y'all know I got my account banned. And so whenever you get your account unbanned, the notifications don't go out anymore. But and also remember, we need comments. The more comments we get, the easier it is for me to pop up on the FYP page. You said you blame the president, baby. When I get off of here, I have to do. I was gonna try and put it into one update, but it just will not fit because y'all know he spoke at the World Economic Conference today, which was a complete disaster. And then yesterday we had like the press conference, and then we got all of the regular international news stuff going on. So I feel like I'm about to do maybe like a part one and a part two or something tonight, but I don't think that I can get the information, especially from the World Economic Forum, that like needs its own separate phone call anyway. And don't forget, if y'all are watching me on TikTok, I'm no longer putting the news on TikTok because I have been trying to dig my page up out of a hole. They keep snatching down my page, giving me crazy violations. It's not just me, they're doing it to anybody that like reports the news. And even if we're speaking the truth, but they consider the truth to be against the current administration. Hey Kelly, what's going on, girl? And so, because of that, I am transitioning. So, eventually, the news will be on my YouTube. So, any of you guys that are tuned in on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe. Y'all know we're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that is when I'll start dropping the podcast as well too, because y'all been asking me for a political, y'all been asking for basically like a business and politics podcast for a couple of years from me. And so I finally will have time to be able to do that on a consistent basis with maybe like a live show or something on Friday nights. We're going to get that figured out. But anyway, anywho, okay. When we get to 20,000 subscribers, that's when we'll start getting into the podcast. But the news updates are going to start going on YouTube, and I'm gonna see how long I can keep putting them on Instagram, because they do try and suppress the content on the gram, but y'all normally do a good job of like working my comments and sharing the post on the gram, so they're able to circulate. I just need y'all to share my other posts so that way the page, is doing what it needs to do as a whole. You say you love my updates on the Real CNN. Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate it. Takes a lot of time. People don't realize how much time it takes to do like a roundup of the news and to verify and validate like that the stories are real. So like the economic forum stuff, I'm sitting there with my own eyes and ears so I can get that in real time. But when I'm looking at a bunch of international stuff, which has come true, as y'all know it at this point, because y'all remember there used to be people all the time, they'd be like, oh, you're fear-mongering, oh, you're lying, oh, blah 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 blah. And baby, y'all know they're not on my page talking all that crap anymore. Why ain't they on the page talking that crap anymore? Because all this stuff has happened. It happened. It took some months for it to happen, but it happened, and it happened the way I said it was going to happen. So it is what it is. So anywho, but yeah, no more updates on the Clock app. Okay, updates will only be on Instagram, and eventually they won't be on the gram anymore either. They will only be on YouTube. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all follow me. I'm at King Ashley Ann over there and subscribe. Okay. But back to this winter storm. Okay, so in 93, I feel so old when I say that. When I was a kid in 1993, but it's true. Okay, when I was a kid in 1993, there was like a terrible blizzard. Okay, and for a lot of us that lived in the southern United States, we did not have power for weeks, and it was because of the ice, and that's the big concern. And people are like, why are y'all so freaked out about snow? The people that live up north, because y'all are used to snow and stuff. We get ice down here. Okay, ice is way worse than the snow, and ice will literally get on the trees. We have lots of trees down here, okay? And it makes them very, very heavy, and the trees start falling down. Gigantic branches start snapping. They fall on people's homes, their cars. When I was a kid, mine came through the bedroom window. But we already didn't have power, so we were down in the den because there's a gas burning fireplace there. So all of us were down there staying warm. Like a couple of my aunts were over, some of my cousins were there, and we were all down there. We were able to stay warm. But long story long, okay, they are anticipating some deaths, unfortunately. So y'all, if you have like neighbors that live by themselves or elderly or something, please check on them. Make sure that you get all of your blankets and sheets and stuff washed, your socks, your underwear, like your very cozy, warm things. I pray that you don't lose your power, but if you do, you want to be able, to like put that stuff on. And I know somebody's gonna be like, oh my God, it's so ghetto, but I mean, this is about survival. So if your power does go off, you find one room in your house that is easy to keep warm. And if you need to hang like sheets, or you need to put saran wrap over the windows to block the cold air from coming in, y'all, it really does work. And it helps maintain the temperature. You do that. And you put those blankets and stuff. Thank you. Thank you, my mannequin. But it will help keep the house like warmer. Okay. Yes. Yes, and make sure you have gas in your car. You go to the gas station tomorrow and you fill up. And if you do have to get in the car to get warm, don't do it in a closed space. So if you have a garage, you have to lift up the garage door sometime a little bit. You don't want to give yourself carbon monoxide poisoning and accidentally unalive because you're trying to get warm. Okay. So, and then also some of y'all don't have like an old school hand crank can opener. Y'all know people were making fun of me online when I cook and I open something from a can. They're like, where's your electric can opener? I don't own one, but I got the old school hand crank ones. Okay. You said you have an 18-wheeler. That's why I be if need be. Okay. I heard that, Cola. Okay. So, but you need a hand crank, and then y'all seriously get some soups or cook soups. Hey, Tony, y'all know I do a lot of cooking, but cook things that don't have to be warmed up. So if you need to make salads, like make like egg salads, tuna salads, if you need to do like a big thing, a chicken soup, a beef stew, if you need to do, if you're a vegan, you know, do like a vegan stock with your vegetable stock, get you some bone broths. And those little tea light candles, people don't really think about them, but y'all, you can cook a lot of stuff with a tea light candle if you don't have a grill. Because some people live in apartments, so you're not allowed to have grills, or you don't have like, I have like furnaces and I have like chimeneas and stuff, and I have plenty of wood or whatever. And I actually have like a big fireplace. I'm in front of my fireplace right now inside of my home, but everybody doesn't have that. So literally, you can get those aluminum pans, you know, like you use on the holidays. You can put some tea light candles down in the bottom of them, put like a cooling rack on top, and y'all, I promise it will get hot enough to boil water. So you can heat up your soups. You can like cook eggs on there. You can put lid with a little bit of water and stuff and steam it. So if for whatever reason your power goes out, that's a safe way for you to be able to like cook and heat up food for you and your family. So, and then also make sure any of y'all power banks, get everything plugged and charged up. And if you have time tomorrow, go to the store, and because you don't have time to get it delivered, but you can go to the supply stores and to the camping stores. They have solar power banks, and y'all, I have had to use those before, like in power outages and storms, and they definitely come in handy. So that way you can keep your phones and stuff charged up, your computer's charged up, any of those sorts of types of things. But it's it's like a regular power bank like you would have that plugs into your wall. Because even if you charge your power bank up, heavens forbid you're without power for a couple of weeks like we were during that storm in 93. But like the solar ones, you can put them outside and they can get a new charge. And I remember during that storm too, because the storm was so bad, it took out all of the cell phone towers. So nobody had cell phones for like 4 days. But everybody that still had a landline, and my parents had landlines, my grandparents had landlines. Y'all know the house phone back in the day, they could still call and talk to each other and like give information for what was going on. Because y'all do realize if the electricity goes out, that means your Wi-Fi is out too. So just heads up, okay? Y'all better get some books, okay? You better have you some books to read. You better have you some books to read, okay? Just in case. But anyway, we can come back on and we can talk about more storm prep. Let's talk about how to get to this money. Okay, everybody say money, 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 money. Let me see that in the chat. Oh, I forgot to turn on the services plus thing. Hold on. Boop. Okay. Yeah. we'll do some more about storm prep, but you can make, and side note, we finna get to talking about the money, okay? But let me tell y'all this, something that has been making me itch today. Every time I would like open up my phone and get back on TikTok, I keep, there's people talking about all the storm prep good, but they're like, whatever you do, they're like, don't open up your refrigerator, don't open up your freezer. You need to keep things in there, at the proper temperature. Y'all, this is a winter storm. If your electricity goes out, just take what's in your freezer and your refrigerator and put it outside. For Pete's sake, it's a winter storm, okay? Yeah, I promise you, get your cooler, put your stuff in the cooler, and stick it outside the door. Okay, it's going to stay cold. And depending on, because they said in some areas it's supposed to get down to like a negative 50 degrees. Baby, it may crack when you put it outside. I was like, what are y'all talking about? They're like, whatever you do, don't open the freezer, don't open the refrigerator. One thing though, y'all should do too, if you're in an area that's more like rural, or if you're expecting, I think they said we're supposed to be getting like 8 inches of ice. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm a bit concerned. 8 inches of ice is real heavy. That's a lot of ice. So I'm definitely expecting to see like a lot of trees down, branches, all that kind of stuff. And it will fall on power lines that connect into people's homes. And when the ice is that thick, any of the service workers and stuff, they can't get to the residents. So that's how you end up in situations where people don't have power for like a week, 2 weeks, stuff like that. So you said Arkansas is supposed to take a hard hit. So anywho, So clean up your bathtub, clean it and sanitize it. Some of y'all ain't got no clean tubs. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, clean out the tub, and you need to fill it up with water, and you need to make sure you have a bucket. So if something weird happens with like the water, now you'll have water to be able to flush your toilets. And I think the general rule is 1 gallon per water per person per day. So so like if it's you by yourself, you would want to get like 7 gallons of water. Or you get that big 40 pack of water. I believe that's the equivalent of 5 gallons, or is it 4 gallons? Is it 10 bottles? Somebody help me out. I can't remember. I think 10 bottles, like, it's supposed to be enough for like one person through the day. So like if you're one person, you could essentially buy like 2 or 3 of those cases of water and you're good as far as like water to drink. Yes, that's why I told them to put the water in the bathtub. Do not use the bottled water to flush the toilet. I saw somebody doing that when all that stuff was going on in Texas. I was like, girl, what are you doing? What are you thinking? And then I'm like, it's cold outside. Go outside and put the freaking snow in a bucket, bring it in the house and let it melt and flush the toilet with that. She was like, oh, we have to flush the toilets. And I'm like, why are you using bottled water? I digress though. Okay. Everybody say, hey, God, hey, because that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality. I've been able to use them to make a crap load of money for myself. But more importantly, I'm really proud of the fact that I've been able to assist over 900 people in creating 6-figure incomes. 191 of my clients have made $1 million in less than a year. I have 7 clients right now that make over $10 million a year. Yes, 8-figure earners. And they've done that more than 3 years in a row consecutively. And I help all kinds of clients do all kinds of things regarding making that mignon, okay? And specifically with social media. So if you are trying to make some additional coins, which maybe y'all need to be, especially if you live in the States. Anybody that watched Donald Trump at the World Economic Summit earlier today, baby, whatever you do, you need to do it ×2. Everybody needs some extra income right now, okay? So that's what we're on. So here are my notes that I want to go over today. Oh, side note, y'all give me housekeeping. I forgot while I was rambling about the storm. There's something very important. But this is what we're going through today and tomorrow. We may be going through it today, tomorrow, and Monday. It depends, okay? You said I'm so pretty with no makeup. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you very much. Gas me up, honey. Gas me up. Gas me up. Ow, ow, ow. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking like something tomorrow. Hopefully, baby, get my little lashes on and carrying on. But let's see. Okay. Thank you for the housekeeping. Okay. So y'all remember last week I was telling y'all about a virtual content camp, and you'd be able to register for it soon. You can register for the virtual content camp today. Now, I have not rolled out any ads yet or anything concerning it. There are only 25 seats for this virtual content camp. We are meeting 4 hours a day. It'll be February 27th, 28th, and March 1st, okay? For the next 7 days, you can get the early bird pricing for the content camp. If you want to register, when you go, you can tap in my in that area, and you will see the details. If you're watching me on YouTube or Instagram, you should actually see it like linked in the description. And if you want to get a seat and register, do it. It's gonna sell out. Hey, Vogue Room, thank you, love. Happy New Year. It's gonna sell out, but be prepared to work. Okay, blink, blink, blink. This is not a webinar. This is not a lecture. This is a camp. We're going to be getting things done. Okay, we're going to be getting content done, including your marketing model, because a lot of y'all don't have a Q1 and a Q2 marketing model, and we need to get that in place so you can get to this money. Okay, Glorious Locks and Vogue Room. Thank y'all for the 2026s. Okay, now, okay. So when it comes to making money out here in these social media streets, the first thing you need to do is to decide how you want to make the money, right? And it doesn't matter which way you determine that you're going to make money. Everybody ultimately is going to need like to be able to grow with the followers and with the finances. Okay. Now, there's a few ways that you can make money online. And please understand this. If you have a page that is like a newer page, or I would consider like a baby page. Also, if you're not in a position yet where you have monetized your page, you need to focus on one thing right now. So I'm going to go through a list of things and you need to focus on one. How many do you need to do? Blink, blink, blink. Because some of y'all, this is why you're not making money. You're not making money because you're trying to do too much too fast. Okay. We can't be out here trying to do 8, 9 different monetization methods and you haven't monetized one method yet. Okay. We're going to focus on one. Now, does that mean that that's the only way that you can ever make money with your page is that one thing? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when we get started, we're going to focus on the one. And typically what happens is while you're focused on that one path to making money, it normally opens up other doors. And by default, you're going to have 2 or 3 monetization streams coming through your page. Does that make sense to everybody? But we're focusing on the one. Okay. So you're going to decide, how do you want to make money? Do you want to make money through affiliate marketing? And I put affiliate marketing in the TikTok shop all inside of one bucket. Okay. So if you're doing like LTK and TikTok shop, that's fine. If you're going to find, small business owners or private companies and you're doing affiliate marketing for their products and you want to do that with TikTok shop, that's fine. Okay. But you're going to figure out what you want, because y'all will see once you pick kind of like your overall way of making money, it's a whole different world of like, y'all, when I say there's a plethora of ways to make money, okay, y'all know I have clients that do TikTok shop and they're doing 30,000, 50,000. My highest earner right now with TikTok shop is doing about $62,000 a month. And he's done that for 4 months in a row. Okay. All of them use different methodologies for how they're selling their items and the strategies that they're using for TikTok shop. So just because you're like, okay, I'm going to make money through the TikTok shop, or I'm going to make money as an affiliate marketer on this app. Well, even when you decide that, well, now you have to figure out what's the strategy that you're going to use to get this done, right? Okay. The next way you can make money, UGC, that's user generated content. Okay. There are a lot of companies that they know that they suck with connecting with people. They're not good at creating content that's organic or native to the different platforms, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Snap, Pinterest, whatever. And literally they will pay you to create content for them. This content does not go on your account. It does not go on your page. This is just an easy way for you to be able to get a bag. Okay. If you're going to do UGC content creation, sometimes companies will reach out to you, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to be pitching companies in order to get a bag from them. Okay. And you're going to be pitching them with different packages, and you're going to be pitching them around like campaigns or products that they're going to be pushing in the near future, or things that you know that they're getting ready to launch. Blink, blink, blink. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So UGC is a very real thing, and it's a very real way to make money. And you don't have to have hundreds of thousands, or you don't have to have tens of thousands of followers to get paid as a UGC content creator, but you do have to be really good at creating content and creating, you may have to put together like a lot of times when I do UGC deals, it's like a packet of content. So I may turn in like 4 to 7 pieces of content. Sometimes they'll have they'll know that they want to do like a summer travel campaign or something, but we'll be working on those right now in the wintertime months. And they may say, we want you to stay at these 3 properties, and this is what we want to highlight and feature for you to be able to create the content, okay, that they're going to be able to use and market on their page and on their websites, and to put ad dollars behind and whatnot, okay? And when you're doing UGC content creation on top of your social media page, there's going to be marketplaces that you're going to be registered for, and that's how you're going to get your money from that. Okay. Now, do not confuse UGC content creation with brands and sponsorship deals. Those are very different things. Okay. Which is another avenue for making money. Maybe you decide, I want to make money through brand deals and through sponsorships. Okay. So this is when you see us working with specific companies. These things are actually posted on your page. Sometimes we have kind of more like partnerships or long working relationships. They will ask for exclusivity as well. So I can't, like some of the brand deals that I have, I can't work with companies that they consider to be their competitors. And this is where you get your big checks at. Okay. um they're gonna pay. Okay, these companies gonna pay what they weigh to be on my page. They're gonna pay what they weigh for me to post them in my stories. They're gonna pay what they weigh for me to say, I will not work with one of your competitors for the next 6 months or for the next year, because now that's an opportunity cost, right? Because I could work with another company and they may be willing to pay me $15,000 for 3 posts, or they may be willing to pay me 20,000, for like a permanent post that stays up on my Instagram account. Hey Mika, what's going on? However that works, okay? UGC and brand sponsorship posts are two different types of bags. Okay? Two different types of bags. UGC, but you can do really well with UGC. I have a lot of clients that make in between like 5,000 and probably about 12,000. I got a few that do 15, 20,000 from UGC content every month. But if I'm being honest, like having an extra 10, 12,000, an extra $5,000, $6,000 a month is really, really good from their UGC content. Okay. So that is another way. The fourth way that you can make money with your social media pages is of course selling your own offers. So if you have your own products, you have your own services, you have your own like hybrids, you have your own courses, classes, books, you are using social media to get booked for other opportunities, you're a consultant, whatever it is you got going on, you can of course make money selling your own stuff. That's my primary source of making money. That's how I started monetizing my social media pages, and then all the other stuff just like came after. Okay, I did not please don't get it twisted, because a lot of y'all don't know that I'm a businesswoman in real life. I'm a businesswoman who happens to be a little popular on the internet. I did not set out to be an influencer. Okay, that wasn't the thing that I was trying to do. I just happen to be really good at my job. So I'm able to grow pages and accounts very quickly, okay? And with really, really strong audiences. And of course, because of that, it gives me opportunity to create multiple monetization streams on my social media pages, okay? So I was selling my own products and services first. I still sell my own products, my own services. I still do all that. If you want to book me to do a social media audit for you, you can do that, right? You want to work with me to put together a marketing model for you. You want me to build your funnel. We create full, like high-end digital products for clients, all kinds of stuff. You want me to be able to do those things, we do that. You want somebody to run your ads and put together ad campaigns and ideas for you, we do all of that. You want to purchase one of my planners? Hey, that's it, right? That's there. All of that is there. But because I have a specific niche and because of the way that I post, it opened up the door for brands and companies to want to work with me. So I was able to get brand deals as well. Does that make sense to everybody? This is why I'm telling y'all, a lot of times when you focus on one, and I've seen this from multitudes of my clients, it opens up multiple revenue streams on that page. But when you come out the gate and you're trying to monetize 3, 4, 5 different ways and you haven't monetized one yet, it's always going to fail and you're not going to see any money from anything. Hey, Marianne, you changed your profile picture. And y'all do me a favor. I need y'all to put some comments in the chat, okay? All of the apps this year are really like focused on comments. This is in their efforts to crack down on AI and bots, okay? So make sure y'all drop the comments so they know that y'all are real people and I don't get a violation, all right? Y'all know that happened to me before. They came in and they gave me a violation and I was like, what the crap? And then it went away once everybody started commenting. So y'all make sure you comment, okay? Especially y'all ain't sending gifts. Everybody else be like, send me a gift, send me money, cash at me. I'm not asking for that, okay? But what I am asking for are your comments, okay? And for you to share the stream. That's what I'm asking for. Hey, boo, hey. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys very much. You miss me? Oh, did you too? Okay. Next. Ways to monetize your page. The creator funds, okay? Now, this is my thing with the creator funds, and I'm going to say this into blue in the face. When it comes to the creator funds, you should be looking at that as extra money, like icing on the cake, unless you plan on building like a media company. Okay, when I get, hey OG vibes, when I get paid from, Facebook or Instagram, when I get a paycheck from YouTube, when I get my paychecks from TikTok, because TikTok pays you every Tuesday, it shows up and it says TikTok sent you money. Facebook, depending on the program, I get checks from Facebook every other week. Threads, they pay you once a month. Okay, that's extra money. Okay, the reason you don't need to be putting all of your lock, stock, and barrel into like the creator programs is because the algorithm could change at any time. Ownership could change at any time. Everybody that's on TikTok is experiencing that right now. I don't know if y'all remember, maybe y'all forgot. Y'all know Larry Ellison, owner of Oracle. The deal finalizes tomorrow with the trade-off from, TikTok going over to American ownership, right? And so there's been all kinds of changes. And a lot of creators that do like news and current events, they've been getting suppressed like crazy. We have been getting our pages snatched down left and right. It's been a whole lot, but that is because of the leadership change. And y'all have seen so many creators coming out for the past month talking about how their RPM has gone down to 0, has gone down to 1 cent, that has gone down to 3 cents. There are people that if you used to get a few million views, that meant you got, maybe $1,400 for that video. Now they're only making $40 for the same amount of work and the same amount of views. And in some cases, they're getting more views, right? So that happened with YouTube too a few years ago. YouTube made a sweeping amount of changes, and so many creators lost their income overnight. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was like a whole thing. And one of the creators got really upset. She like drove, hey Indy, she drove up to the YouTube headquarters and, herself. Y'all don't remember that? That was like all over the news. It was really sad. It was really crazy. So I am just telling you guys, in my humble opinion and from experience of being around in the social media streets for quite a while, you never turn your creator fund income into your primary income. Our goal is to, get our goal is to get access to it. And it's like, great, you know what I mean? This is extra icing on the cake, but your primary money should be coming from one of these other paths that I'm giving you guys for content creation. But I just have to mention it because someone's always it never fails. Someone always asks me about creator fund coins. And I'm like, creator fund coins are really not, what your goal should be. It's just like, hey, that comes, it's extra, that's cool. Okay. That's it. But all the other stuff, like, no. Okay. Now, next way that you can get money on this app, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of the apps, and I'm gonna be honest, TikTok has more than any other app. You can make money from tasks. Okay. Every month they drop a bunch of new tasks. Okay. And you have people like, so depending on like what program you're in or whatever, they may say, hey, we'll give you $2,000 if you post 50 videos by February 14th. Seriously, it's that easy to get $2,000. What was it that they wanted everybody to do a few months ago? And literally, as long as people were clicking your link, you had creators that were making $5,000-$6,000. Because they wanted us to encourage people to go live. So they're like, if you got on and talked about your live streaming experience, or if you put up posts about going live and people clicked it to go live, we literally got paid. We didn't have to do anything except just post and talk about going live and put up the link. Okay. There's they have a high quality content competition going on right now. I don't know how many people have seen it. It's not even a competition, it's tasks. And like based on how many pieces of high quality content we post in specific time frames, they will pay us up to $7,500 a month. So in some of the apps, they have like different programs that you can be a part of. Also, if you're in the partner program, we get a lot of like a lot of offers and deals and partnerships with companies as well. Okay. TikTok also has another one called TikTok One. A lot of people don't know about it, but that's straight up and down paid brand deals that are in there. And then they have like different activations for things. You do your content, you get selected. It's a real easy way to make $10,000 or $12,000 that month. Okay. So you always want to go in the apps and you want to look for the programs. Uh, Instagram has one right now, and basically, if I create a new Facebook page, they'll pay me $10,000 the first 90 days of me creating this page, and I basically only have to post one reel a day. Okay. So you have, how do you get invited? So a lot of times your invitations are there. You have to go into the backside of the app. So you'll look under like monetization, you'll look under the bonus sections and stuff like that. And that's where you will see a lot of the information. So a lot of times users on the apps, y'all are just like on the front side and y'all are just kind of, y'all are liking, you're clicking, you may do a comment or something, but they drop so much information that's in the monetization or the bonus sections of these portals. You literally just have to go through and read it. And you have to check your invitations every day. Because at one point in time, I was like frustrated. I was like, why is everybody getting these invitations? And I'm not getting an invitation, and I post a lot and I should be getting an invitation. Child, I was getting the invitations. I just wasn't checking them every day. Okay. So like, hold on, I'm gonna tell you how to get there. Um, I'm gonna tell you how to get there from the gram. The gram is probably like the toughest place to find them. I would say let's see. Okay, you can go up to the three bars at the top on the gram, and they have this thing. It's called your dashboard. And if you tap the dashboard, it'll take you back there too. But if for some reason your dashboard isn't on top, you go to the three little bars on the side, and you will scroll down. Let's see what you can see: your app, archiving, fundraisers. Let's see: threads, edits, WhatsApp, Messenger. Not AI glasses that I added in here. My bad, y'all. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's see. Wait, when did this Instagram for TV get in here? Um, Hold on. We'll go back to that later. Sorry, y'all. I I got a little I got a little distracted. I was like, wait a minute. Where did this come from? Payments, branded content, partnership ads. You need to be in all of this. All this has to be set up. Um, let's see. That's under the control creator tools. Okay, it's under your income. It's under here, and that's where you'll tap you'll see bonuses. And then if you don't want to go through the long way, when you get here, it says professional dashboard right there. And you can tap that and it'll shortcut you. And let's see. It'll show you your basic profile information, views, interactions, your net followers, how much content you shared, and then it'll prompt you for money. So for mine, it has like, see here, it says like set up subscriptions, whatever for reaching my new audiences. I got to see what that is, but basically I can share my past reels to Facebook to increase my reach. Then over here, here's my bonuses right here that I can go through. looks like I get a free pass right now to the Breakthrough Bonus Program 2. Let's see. Then you scroll down, you see your recaps, but you'll go down to bonuses. Badges is there too. So whenever y'all send me gifts on Instagram, if it's a badge, that's how I'm able to see it and show up there. But long story long, a lot of this stuff is in the back end and people just literally never ever look at it. Then when I go into bonus, it has bonus opportunities. And so it'll show me what I can get paid for. So it has the previous bonuses as well. So like I have a bunch of seasonal bonuses that were in here. They always have a seasonal bonus. I have my threads bonus that's in here. Let's see what else. Oh, I was trying to show it to y'all, but it said an unexpected error occurred. Let me try it again and see if it refreshes. It won't do it, but it says an unexpected error occurred. I was going to show y'all the back end, but it keeps saying an error occurred. So I guess it's not for me to show it to y'all. I don't know, okay? But literally inside of your bonuses, it'll show all of them, like fall bonus, summer bonus, reels play bonus, seasonal bonus, just whatever. And then if you so mine has like about the bonus for posts because that's a program that I'm in too. It's all in there, okay? So yes. So long story long, you go into your back end and you'll see them. On TikTok, it's gonna be, y'all see that little blue thing with the little sign that says that's where it is in TikTok. That's how you can get to the fastest way to get to your monetization. And then if y'all see down below, it says 5 tasks and 15 updates. That's right there. So this shows anything like any brand deals, anything that's pending. Also, if there's stuff I need to post. Let's see. Over here it says TikTok has chosen me to collaborate. I don't know what they've chosen me. Oh, that's the TikTok one stuff. Okay. If things are closed out, it will show them. And then also you're going to see a lot of notifications. The little black circle with the envelope in it, that's your system notifications. And so it like now y'all, the system notifications puts out a lot of stuff. So if you're serious about trying to get monetized through like TikTok, you need to check this frequently. Facebook and Meta, maybe like once or twice a week, you may see some significant updates in there. On TikTok, is going to be constant in the back end. So you could do, let's see, here's another invitation. Let's see, create content for this campaign, get up to $500. It's giving me the little circles of doom. Okay, here's one. So let's see, easy text on screen trend. X Parker, Jack and Eon Zero. This looks like maybe like a music one. Yeah, this is a song. So they want me basically to create content with a prompt on it on screen and post it using the song. Like when I tell y'all, it's like really easy ways in here to make money. It's crazy easy ways to make money. Monetization campaigns. Here's another one for posting to a song. Let's see. Here's my invitations I received. Grow your followers, grow your views with Smart Split. Sample requests approved. Live incentive program is coming back with even more cash rewards. I need to look at that and see what's going on inside of there. Scale rewards, level up blasts. Anyway, when I say it's a lot of stuff in here, it's a lot. But at the top, it has like monetization, and you can go through all of it over here. So anything from invitations that you're getting from companies that want you to use their stuff, things that are get approved, different deals that are out here. It's all in here. Ooh, child, 117 invitations today. Stress. It's all under there though. So literally you have to go in the back end and you have to look for your actual updates and for your invitations. So a lot of y'all get invited to monetization programs. Y'all just miss it because y'all don't go in the back end on Instagram or the back end on Facebook or TikTok or YouTube inside of the studio and look and see like what they sent to you. But literally, there's always, if you're posting content on a regular basis, there's probably some type of monetization like invitation that you've gotten and you just didn't know that it was back there. Okay. So you definitely want to be up on those. All right. Another way that you can make programs or the monetization opportunities, if you have a really, really strong community and you're posting on a, hey, Charlotte, you're posting on a regular basis, you can charge like regular people money to run ads on your page. You said, so I was eligible on IG. I just went in and updated it. I'm glad you updated it. Get your money, okay? I'm telling you a lot. Doesn't say a lot of people are eligible. They're just like not reading the stuff and not checking. But anyway, like, so a lot of people do not understand that there are so many small business owners. There are so many podcast owners. There are so many people that are just trying to grow their accounts for whatever reason. And they absolutely positively will pay you for space on your page. So if you have an ad rate page or you have like a rate card put together with packages, and so you can charge people to have the post up for a few hours, you can charge them a rate to have as a permanent post, you can charge them a rate to create the content for them on the page, you can charge them a rate for the stories. And if they feel like your community like aligns with their offer or aligns with whatever it is that they're trying to grow, yes, people will pay you. They have no problem paying you $50, $100, $1,000, $10,000, $300. They have no problem paying to actually run post on your page. And a lot of people do not realize that this is a very easy way and a very lucrative way for you to start making money. So this is normally an option that I use for my clients that they don't really have any products or services. They don't really want to do affiliate marketing. They're like, I have a page full of people, and they're like, I get a lot of views, I get a lot of reach, but I'm not making any money. So this is normally one of the first things that we do is we put together a page and we put together rate cards for them in a system so people can pay them to promote their products and services on these people's pages. Sometimes people will buy ads to promote their own pages so they can get followers to come over. It's like I said, it's an easy way to make money. I have several clients that do this and they are clearing 100,000, and I'm not exaggerating. This is very, very real. So if you're a person, you're good at creating content, you're good at getting people to come, but you're like, I need to make money and I can't figure out how to really make money because maybe you don't have like a distinct audience or you haven't collected enough data to where you can get a brand deal or a sponsorship. Literally open up your page for ads and you can pick and choose who you want to run ads for. How you literally can put yourself in a position where you can make a few $1,000s every single week. Okay. And so those are probably the most popular ways that you can make money with your social media account. Okay. So this is why I'm telling y'all, focus on one. Do not come in trying to do 10 or 12 of these at a time because you're going to go down in flames. It's not going to work. But once we figure out like, okay, this is our goal, this is what we're looking for, now we can start the process of trying to create content that's actually going to build a community for us or that's going to like roll over into coins. Okay. Normally online, when we're trying to grow a page and we're trying to grow up with followers quickly, you're going to go the community route. You're also going to have the goal of building content that converts. You also want to build up a buying base and you want to build, and more specifically, repeat buyers, but you also want to build like a distinct niche. Okay. So remember, we talked about your primary niche, and you normally have 3 sub niches underneath that umbrella. And so all of our content is going to be about what those people want to consume, what they like, what they feel valuable, and what they feel is useful. I hope that makes sense. Anybody have any questions? Emma got any questions? Because when we get under ways to create watch time, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, I wrote that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12 of them. I'm probably gonna share 6 of them with y'all for the free 99, and the rest will be for my paid clients under creating watch time. Anybody have any questions about the methods of being able to monetize a page and get it profitable relatively quickly when it comes to social media? You haven't seen me on YouTube in a minute. I'm trying to think. It may have been a week, girl, since I streamed. before tonight, maybe. It may have been because they privileges. They did take my live streaming privileges away from me. I put up a post about Big Orange and them and some stuff that they're doing, and then they yanked my page. They yanked my page down, y'all. I was like, God dang. I was like, I can't get a break. So long story long, I'm not doing news anymore on TikTok. I'm tired of getting my page taken down. God dang it. Okay. I don't see any questions about monetization methods. So let's talk about ways to increase your watch time. And I know some of y'all are like, oh, why do I need to increase my watch time? I'm trying to get followers, but increasing your watch time is how, hey, y'all, increasing your watch time is how you get the followers. Okay. And increasing your watch time is how we're able to command more money from brands and companies. If people see that we have a really strong watch time, also, when the app sees that you have a really strong watch time, it sends more people to you. Okay. Most of the time, if the content is good and they've sent more people to you, you're going to pick up followers. If you're able to show a company your analytics and they're really, really strong, they're going to pay you more. This is just how it works. If you're selling your own products and your own services, if people are watching your videos longer, there's a greater propensity that they're going to purchase whatever it is you have to offer. Watch time is the key in 2026 to building up your followers and building up more money. And people trying to sell you a bunch of BS into, to say like, oh, this is bad. No, it's watch time. And y'all, please keep in mind, I'm in the YouTube partner program. I'm in the Gram partner program. I'm in the Facebook partner program. I'm in a TikTok partner program. I'm inside of groups with the actual corporate people that run these entities. And they tell us like what is changing, what they like, what they don't like, and what they want from us. They're flat out telling us. So I come back out and I tell y'all what they're telling me. Okay. And overall, what I've derived from all of these meetings, all of these groups, all of these workshops that they start pushing us into like the last quarter of the year is watch time is going to be super important. Okay. So let's talk about, I'm going to go through the list of ways to increase your watch time. And I guess we'll like really start diving into them. Maybe tomorrow, okay? But your hooks, of course, I feel like we keep telling y'all this and y'all keep not listening to us when it comes to the hooks. And we keep telling y'all like how important hooks are, and y'all keep being like, no, they're not that big of a deal. And it's like, yeah, they really are that big of a deal. They're kind of like the only way to be able to get somebody locked in. And remember, there's a written hook, a verbal hook, a visual hook, okay? Next thing, contrast in your backgrounds. If you know that you're not that good with hooks, it's like not your strongest suit, having a really beautiful background or something that's really stunning or something that people are like trying to figure out what's going on, something that's shocking or contrast is actually going to help you get more view time, more watch time, okay? Movement at the opening of a frame always helps as well. Good lighting, okay? Good sound, that helps too. Voice inflection and voice tone and voice cadence and speed. A lot with your voice whenever we start breaking down psychology and kind of like what keeps people locked in and what keeps people paying attention and what keeps people like on the edge or having emotional resonance, like gravitas. All this stuff goes into the voice. So even I can't remember. Does anybody know what the tone that the Kardashians speak in with all that heavy vocal fry? What it's called? There's a word for it. I'm having a brain fart, but literally psychologically, that is a trick that they're using to get people to listen or pay attention to them. That's a very real thing. So there's all kinds of tips and training that you can do where you can command more people to listen or pay attention to you when you're speaking based on the inflection, the speed, the excitement, the tone, that you're using to be able to get people to lock in when you're doing content, especially if you're doing voiceovers or face to camera and you know that you're really not good with like maybe a written hook, or you're not that great with like the visuals or editing. Okay. Frame changes is going to be another way. Scene changes is going to be another way. Cuts, unique angles, wide shot angles too. People really, really seem to like those. B-roll and text overlay. Okay. Now we're going to break these down piece by piece over the next few days, but those are like the 12 factors when we're looking at thousands of pieces of content, and content creators that have high watch time and they have high retention time, which in return gets them a lot more followers faster than the rest of you. Yeah, that's going to happen. Can you get on my podcast, Inner Circle? Hey Jay, thanks for the invitation. Can you email my team, email our media email, or my support CA, and they'll get it hooked up. Just email them and they'll get the schedule and find out the parameters and all that good stuff. For sure. Oh y'all. Okay. All right. Next. Actually, okay. So I'm gonna give y'all some questions because we're gonna get everything started off with hooks, and we will really get into it tomorrow. I don't know if I want to get into hooks or into script structure first, because script structure is also one of those things that's going to definitely help you increase the view time, which is going to get you more followers and is going to help you make more money. And I don't know which one I want to get started with, okay? Because script structure is like very important. And once we find like 2 or 3 winning script structures, we pretty much just stick with them, okay? They're repeatable, they're fill in the blank, they get it done. Oh, thank you, Be Kind. Thank you so much, love. Right? Like seriously. So let me meditate on which one we need to get into first. I feel like hooks is something that people can apply immediately, like the same day, if you're getting a good grasp of it, and it's something that everybody has to learn. But script structure is like really important too, and a lot of people really don't think about that when they're putting together content or a treatment or an ideal for something. So yeah, and shout out to everybody that's coming to the content boot camp. Do y'all know that we have a virtual content boot camp that's coming up? We have a virtual content boot camp. Okay, it is 3 days. It's February 27th, the 28th, and March 1st. It's 4 hours a day each day, and we only have room for 25 people. Okay, so if you're trying to come to the virtual content bootcamp, like if you're enjoying this series, you enjoy the educational content, you're like, I'm learning stuff, you need to come to the bootcamp. Okay, and it's early bird pricing right now. You say you did not know this? Well, now you know, girl. If you go look at my bio, you'll see a button up at the top, and you can go see the details about the virtual content bootcamp. Okay, blinkety blink, blink, blink. Let's do some Q&A before I get on down this evening, because I still got laundry I need to do, honey. I got to get prepped for this storm, okay? And I got to go to the store early in the morning, okay, during my executive hours before everybody else gets in there. I want to get started on social media and start the path to monetization as a realtor. Dope. Really cool. I missed a few lives or something. Maybe Charlotte, probably so. Probably so. But today is the first day that it's up. Today is the first day it's up. Is it important to go live when building a following? That depends on how you plan, which monetization path you're taking. And it depends on if you're building a personal brand or not. So what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever I gave a list of like, hey, here are all the different ways that you can monetize and what you want to do. So like, for instance, if you're doing UGC content, or you decide that you want to monetize through, building up really, really strong content and engagement and views so that a company will want to give you money to post on the page, no, you don't have to go live for that, right? But if you're offering your own products and services, you're definitely you can technically do faceless content, but you're always going to get better results going live. So it depends on what you're doing. It also depends on the price point of your offer. If you're offering something to people that costs thousands of dollars, they want to know like who's the person or who's the people behind the brand. You know, it depends. How would I be able to monetize the account as a realtor? There's lots of ways you can monetize the account as a realtor. What I would tell you to do is click the link in my bio. You need to book a one-to-one session called a power session, and that's where I will be able to give you specific direction about your real estate business, your goals, learn a little bit more about your personality, and how you would be able to present your brand and start your pathway to monetization. I'm about to meet in that workshop. Make it shake, girl, but don't shake too much. Yeah. Make it shake, but don't shake too much. You said Upspeak is what it's called with all that vocal fry. No, it's not. It's not Upspeak, Jenny. I'm trying to think. There's actually a term, and it's a technique with using like lots of vocal fry. I can't stand it when stuff like goes in my brain and out of my brain. I cannot think of what that term is called, but it's a very real thing. It's a very real technique. Also, typically people can make people more engaged whenever they speak at a faster cadence than people that speak slowly. Did y'all know that? That's why, one of the tips I gave y'all last week was before you post it, literally just go and turn the speed up to like 1.7 or 1.12, because a lot of people speak very slowly, and when you're getting your thoughts together, people have already tuned out and swiped away within like 1 to 3 seconds because you speak too slow for them. So yeah. It's a psychology is something else. Okay, hooks are nothing more than psychology, and with the structure of the content, it's all what's keeping people psychologically engaged. Beyond Wellness, Wendy, thank you so much for my popular gift, hon. Thank you so much. Beyond Well with Wendy. For sure. But it's a lot of stuff. Like when you're looking at the combination of the thumbnail, the title, the contrast, like on the thumbnail picture, there's so many things that go into this. And literally I will tell you this, when I really lock in and I'm like, I'm going to produce like this level or this type of content, and I know it's going to hit and go viral, like when I put it out, that's normally, that one video probably took the same level of effort that like 10 videos took for me. Queen Niche, thank you for my 2026s. I would say sixes, okay? I am people. If it's slow, I swipe. Thank you for being honest. Okay. Thank you. A lot of people do. I'm one of those people too. When I see someone in the camera and they're like, I want to talk to you guys today. I don't care what you want to talk to me about. Swipe, baby. I don't know. I'm agitating about. Okay. And honestly, if y'all want to know a secret, you really don't need to tell people what you want to talk to them about. That's what your written hook is for. You should just come in verbally, getting to the meat, getting to the potatoes, getting to the conversation, okay? Getting into like what the promise is going to be, you know what I mean? Like whatever the take is, whatever it is, whatever you got mangled up that you need to say, but like saying, today we're going to unbox this pair of leggings from the TikTok shop that I ordered in 2 sizes. Baby, the people have swiped away. They are gone. You said, oh, wow, myself was right to speed up my video for the PG you created me. I was fighting him too. Baby, let me tell you this. A lot of times the cadence is what keeps people gauged. Also, learning the power of voice inflections. You want to know who's really, really good with voice inflections? Pastors. Newscasters. Okay, y'all, have you ever listened to like a news reporter? There's a certain way that they speak or that they tell the story that it sounds like very important, very urgent. Okay, the amount of gravitas that they're using in the word placements and how they're putting the information out, it keeps people engaged. They have courses in this. They actually have to go to class and they have to learn how to do this. Pastors as well. A lot of pastors are really good at speaking in a frequency that it impacts and connects emotionally to people and causes physiological reactions, aka. Okay. Happy Wednesday to you too. Thank you for the heart me, Jackie. Hey girl, hey. So hey T Love. Thank you for my 2026s. But seriously, y'all, so you learning, especially if you're going to be a face to camera creator, start paying attention to people that get in the camera and they just yap. Most yappers naturally have the ability to most yappers have the ability to change those voice inflections enough to keep you interested with that, like in their train of thought or in their opinion. There are very few yappers that are just like flat, monotone, uninteresting that have larger platforms. It just doesn't work. So, if you're like, I don't want to edit, I don't want to do angles, I don't want to do overlays, I don't want to come up with creative concepts, I don't want to drag around a light everywhere I go, you better get good at hooks and you better get good with voice inflections, okay? Because if people can feel it, if it resonates with them on an emotional level, a lot of times people will tap in and they will watch, they will like, they will comment, they will share. Let's see. The rapper, his son Preach, talks about how people get caught up from preachers. Factual. It's true. It's a real thing. Pastors have a lot of power. They have a lot of control over people. And shout out to the ones that use it for good. And, for the ones that use it for evil, I hope they get their situation right. Okay, before the Lord pull them up out of here. Anyway, y'all got any more questions for tonight? Any more questions for tonight? And also, for those of you that are coming to the New Year, New You conference, due to the weather, the conference is rescheduled. I think they're looking at rescheduling it to I think February 21st is what they're thinking of right now. So for any of you guys that are coming to the conference in Atlanta, because Atlanta is in the path of the winter storm as well. Okay, they have to cancel. Well, we got to reschedule because the weather ain't weathering. Okay. The weather is weathering. I ain't gonna say it ain't weathering. The weather is weathering. Okay, that's the problem. The weather is weathering. The weather is a weathering. All right. Is the weather too hard? Any other questions before we get up out of here this evening? Going once. Going twice. 3 times. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to end this and I'm going to turn around and pop right back on and we can talk about some winter storm prep for like 15 minutes or so I can make sure I keep prepping. Okay. If you're on YouTube or you're on Instagram, I invite you to come over and hang out with me on the Clock app. Okay, we're gonna be over there for a little bit. I'm at King Ashley Ann over there, and if you don't want to come, that's fine. Make sure you click the link in the bio. Okay, make sure you do that. Click the link in the bio and go and register for the virtual content camp. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night rest. Talk to you later. Bye.